Oh shit, I forgot my mic was muted. Alright. I think there's been enough of a delay at this point. It's time to play some games. Oh my god, everything is so fucking confusing and horrible and awful. Oh my god, everything is...
Jolly Rancher gummies.
Boy, Jolly Rancher gummies. Fuck out of here. Alright, cool. Okay. Bro, there ain't no way. Hold on, boys. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties here.
If we're playing...
No, that's enough of that. Okay. Alright. Now it's time to play some game. Alright, thank God. I love me a good minerals deal. So, I in fact did try to play this off stream a little bit. And I ran into a grave error. You guys have missed nothing because of this grave error. Apparently, the main mission that we're on right now, timed quest. Timed quest. So we have to do it immediately. The second we drop it.
An ale, as usual.
Oh my god, it's already taken too long. We're already fucked.
You silly doggy.
Yo, don't be barking at me like that, Cody. Alright, what color are we going for here? Red. This will be so much faster, it'll be unbelievable.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
Slowly, nice and slow. Hurry your ass up. What the fuck you mean nice and slow? Man, my Risticus really hurts.
Whoa.
Hey, dickbag. I know you.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the City Council Assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet the king?
Don't try that on me. This is connected with Ruthard, isn't it? And tell the truth.
I want to know what Sigismund tells the council. I hear it'll be important.
You want to spy? Do you know what you're risking? And what I'd be risking? Forget it.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself
Wow.
or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
Yeah, honestly,
I
that
must
isn't
have
for him
misheard
to
you.
decide.
Our business will be over when I say it is, not before. So pull your head out your ass and see to getting me into that assembly.
All right, Jesus. No need to lose your temper. You can get into the council assembly relatively
Yeah, who the
easily.
fuck does this guy think
My
he is?
cook's son will be serving there. He's
The
roughly
Mint Master?
around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let
Stupid
you stand
asshole.
in for him. Although, not every...
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
What will I need to work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Or do you think you can serve the king with a torn shirt and muddy hose?
Well, no. But I never heard about any livery before.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run
Hey,
into
how's it
him
going,
there.
Phase
That is,
Buzz?
if he's up and
Welcome
about
back.
after his boozing bout. I
You
swear
out there
that
hitting
fellow
on the
practically
huzz some more?
lives at that tin head.
Bruz?
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is some Eisen.
Hello,
Adler.
Court Dog. Welcome to the stream.
What would work on him?
Oh my god, my
How
fucking
can I
leg.
persuade him to give
What
me his
the
job?
fuck?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told
So,
you
boys,
how to get
earlier.
to the assembly. Now do your part.
I fucked
Oh,
up my
you're in it.
hamstring. Okay.
See you at the
Don't
council.
ask how.
Just make
Don't
sure
ask
we
why.
both come out of
Don't
it
ask what.
alive.
Just know the hamstring is fucked up. And now I'm having a lot of trouble with moving me leg.
Careful.
It's very inflexible now. I'm gonna put it to you like that. Terrible. It's terrible. Alright, boys. I think it's almost time we level up our drinking skill in this game.
Travel the whole world, and now I will tell you the amazing things I've seen and experienced. In the
So not
south,
forget
I saw
about
a
that
land
council
without
assembly.
end, all covered in sand,
Bro.
hot and dry, with no fresh water.
I guess I should be going to that tailor then. What the fuck is going on over here?
I'll be done with you in a flash.
Oh my god.
We'll finish this quickly.
Oh, it can't be this. It's not inside of the quest ring.
I can't bear to look.
Didn't see that coming.
Where are the guards?
Christ's sake.
Roll. Mary, Mother of God.
The guards are watching.
I apologize.
Lying
I'd better go and look.
Why is he lying there like that?
Oh boy.
Isn't it a bit early for that? It's ages till St. Wenceslas Day.
What are you doing
They don't
creeping
quite
about
arrive
in the
before
dark,
then.
eh?
You're right, but I promised myself I wouldn't leave it till the last moment this year. So, have you got any ideas?
Well, I did.
God damn it.
Leave it till the last moment.
Alright. Let's go to the other one first. Is this thing moving? No. No, it isn't. What is... What? I don't understand. Am I supposed to figure out which one of these has the livery? Hello, townswoman. I can't pick any of these. Alright, we're gonna go to C first. If it's C, it's for me. That's what I always say, boys. Whoa. Hold up. Are you still open, big dog?
Greetings to you.
Son of a fuck. Alright, we gotta hope for the best.
What are you doing here? Get out! Good. And don't come back till you've learned your manners.
I don't understand. The inn actually closes at some point? I was just standing there, menacingly. What's the problem?
I'm in no mood for nonsense, so no messing about. Got it?
What about foolishness?
Ah, don't worry. I'm a saint.
I understand that he's not down for foolishness or tomfoolery, but what about silliness?
The city council will be convening soon. I better get a move on.
Oh my god.
Don't be coy. My wares will bring you joy.
Wow, that was lame.
You won't get work like that just...
Greetings. I'd like to...
Surely you can wait a while. I have a customer here. Here you are. The finest fabric.
No more than I'd expect after the amount they cost. Thanks. And you impatient fella, what was it you wanted?
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry.
I'm a thief.
I heard you're supposed to serve at the city council assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Quality merchandise.
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
I just have to get in there, understand? I have an important message for the king about a plot against him.
But why would you want to get to him as a waiter?
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it, so I have to be incognito. See?
I see. All right, then. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Yes.
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly, or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not.
3. Okay.
Excuse me?
No.
Don't be shy.
Oh, is that the head butler right there? Oh god, Major Domo. Come on, boys. This cannot be the guy.
No, that's not what I meant.
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Franta's not coming? What's wrong with him?
Shitting his brains out.
He got poisoned. Probably from food. He's writhing in agony. By turns praying and cursing, spewing from both ends.
Oh, that's enough. All right. At least you're here.
We can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you.
Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. Here it is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery. You've got a waiter's
What?
cap, a tunic you have. Hose are good.
It's a good thing you've got no steel on you.
You need to be light on your feet to run around tables. Everything as it should be.
Glad to see it, lad.
Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn like you, it'll be a great responsibility.
What the hell? Plumpkin? Okay, what's happening?
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way.
Oh, I'm gonna get in
Short,
everyone's way.
Behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokaib or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarzhitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarzhitz stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
Remember who wants what?
That too, but more importantly, do not disturb the councillors at their work. They have a lot to discuss. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
Absolutely. I'm a waiter, after all. Not some street gossip monger.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it, right?
Of course.
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
There are the pictures of wine.
Our current Waffen
Hopefully I won't splash anyone's shoes.
And on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at,
You there,
Eldris?
lad. A
I'm
cup of
saying
red.
that the
And don't
bandits
you
who
skip
freed
one.
Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
Come now,
You're the one
waiter.
who should
I
know
wanted
where they
red.
got them, since you're a gunsmith.
So?
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them,
Thank you, waiter.
Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison.
There's no way this is
And
actually the
Herr
mission.
König surely knows
I
this too.
apologize.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads
I'd like some
do not
monastery
realize
wine.
what
Refill my cup, boy.
Schwierigkeiten this is.
Monastery.
The Dry
That's
Devil
red,
is
I
running
believe.
Free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army
From who?
bearing down, and you want to defend yourselves with a few
Monastery
rusty
wine.
helmets.
Here.
And who is it you want to fight, exactly? The merciful King
Well,
Sigismund
thank the
providing
Lord.
us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment. What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver
full
heap
cup.
in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
Kahi?
I apologise,
Where
sir.
can we get the coin
Which
for
wine?
better equipment?
Tukai, why can always confiscate
Oh,
the property of the king's enemies. Nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the jämmerlich state of our armory. And the king is
Sir?
surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
Thank the Lord.
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see
What
no
is a
solution of the
Dörfler?
current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Isn't it the same thing?
True.
So, the cleanliness of the city is not what it should
youngster,
be.
some
Current
red.
baths in the city for
Jesus
baths
Christ, you want more, buddy?
covering all the citizens'
This guy's
needs.
got to slow down a little.
But a woman named Betty has showed up in Hoprink.
Sir?
Wants to repair the baths that used to be there.
She's a protege
Thanks.
of Maresh. Her efforts are commendable, but I don't think she will succeed. It takes a firm hand, not soft, feminine fingers.
A moment ago, you were complaining
wine,
there weren't
Master
enough
Bailiff?
baths.
I have enough.
Shouldn't
wine.
we support
Come
her?
closer.
Something like this is better handled by trustworthy people.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
Where can I find this goblet?
Use your eyes and come right.
To do with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important. But we don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is going to wash
nice.
where and how
Whose
is a
silver
waste
might
of
this be?
time.
It's only a waste of time because we're all...
So, did you find it?
Yeah,
I
sure.
did, Master Bailiff. Here it is.
Not so loud. Show it here. That's it. And now go back to your job.
Rubbish! The least we can do for the citizens is to provide
Yo,
the place to wash up.
Chibra!
What nonsense! Next, you'll want
Dude,
me
we're
to serve wine to everyone
pretending
for
to be a
free,
waiter.
too.
We broke
Why
into the
not?
council meeting
In
and we're about to
Jerome
sabotage the
Mars'
king's
earthly paradise,
plans.
Everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
The whole king, bro.
Gentlemen,
Let's agree to
And we're pretending to be a waiter.
What if the king heard us?
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's
What?
nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city
Whatever, you
isn't
old
run
weasel.
his way. At least until His Majesty honors
I didn't
us
call you
with a
weasel,
visit.
weasel.
Pour me red
And as
wine.
we know,
Oh my god, this
Roslin
sucks.
absolutely hates him.
He can hate
Who
all he
wants it?
wants, as long as he does no damage.
Prokop?
Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Where's Prokop?
Well, I'm not sure.
Monastery wine. Here.
There he is.
Sir.
You know full well. Everybody knows.
Oh my god,
What's
these guys
the
are
fall with you?
screaming.
Compose yourself, Adam, and stop drinking. The king might come any time now.
That's right.
Brother, where is this fucking king?
Anointed monarch with such.
Hey, me. A full cup of monastery wine.
He wants more?
Me? I beg your pardon. I demand that you...
Ruhe!
Sir?
Franz, please continue.
I'm speaking about the Rutard
Thank you,
incident.
waiter.
You were there, weren't you?
This is insane, dude.
Just a small misunderstanding.
These guys are getting
We've sorted
fucking
it out and
drunk.
everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard?
Hey, waiter.
Besides,
Pour me
if
some
his
Oh
men
my
attack
God.
yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish
Who is
him.
it?
What happened there? Leave nothing
This is the
out.
third time I've served this guy the same wine.
In this
He
case,
has to be tired of
was
it.
nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it. I heard there were several dead.
He must.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated.
Wait.
I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect
hate these
the gentleman
assholes.
from the
I'd
city
like
sword
some
fighting
monastery
school brought
wine.
this custom
Refill
to
my
us.
cup,
That
boy.
German Menhard
Oh,
is
Jesus.
just hanging around the market looking for trouble.
Don't be ridiculous, Warsucker.
Oh, this is the guy that we're blackmailing.
I've never been in a fight. You hear me? To accuse a swordsmaster without a shred of proof. We're not some old fishwives on the marketplace.
Come here for a
So
moment.
you will just leave it be?
Proven
Oh.
offences are punished by the base.
Refill, sir.
And that's
Do you think
that.
I come to the council just to
There are
guzzle
more
wine?
pressing matters.
Bro,
I help you with, sir?
the fuck does he want from the waiter
chapel.
then?
I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while... All right. I'll get them. I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored. And because I told you.
Oh,
Get
this
on
guy's
with
an
it.
asshole.
Let people throw dirt on our work?
If
I'm just gonna
I
tell him I
threw
can't
everyone
count.
who complains over
I don't know,
beer,
fuck him.
I'd soon be out of customers.
That was easy enough. And he wanted me to
Ah,
count the
wings.
winged figures.
We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I can't. Is that thing winged? No, I don't think so. 18, 19. Looks like 19 of them.
So, let's...
I found your...
Really? And did you count those...
Oh no.
I counted 24, sir.
And you counted correct.
I just guessed.
Good.
There must
Here
have
you
been some
are,
things that
so
I
you
didn't
can have a
count
bit
as
of fun in the
wings that
evening
had
too,
wings.
eh?
Just the eternal dispute over the cathedrals.
Oh, thanks for the one groschen,
And
big
in
bag.
the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers. Right under our noses.
Hey, waiter!
It's just a village with a monastery. And they are going to make a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Because those so-called craftsmen are a band
Dude.
of parasites. You pay them,
Why are you
they
trolling
come
me?
late, or report
Who's
sick.
trolling you?
And if they do come,
You know who.
work is shit, and
Beat
you have to
their
pay
ass.
someone else to put it right. It's a waste of time.
I had a
I tell you,
glorious
a
steak
waste of
about
time.
30 minutes ago.
Adam, don't interrupt
Tristan,
the
it was
proceedings
it
with
was
your
truly
drunken ranting,
phenomenal.
even if you are in the right.
Boy,
and as for
I'd
you,
like some white.
haven't
Oh
you
my
noticed
fucking god.
Are
Why
the
can't I just tell
experts
him
from
no?
far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Besides, I get
Sorry?
the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your
How the hell are these
complaints.
people able to get anything fucking done? They're wasted.
And what would that be?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to have your own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
When hell freezes over, my friend.
Hey,
Your
waiter, pour
place
me
is
some
at
Takai.
least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me?
Sorry?
You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral. Just like you bought
Thank
yourself a seat in this council.
How dare
Honestly, where's the...
I
They need
acquire
some water,
mercy
bro.
For the services our guild provides,
They haven't even started
but still
eating yet.
provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse.
Bro, you know what must have really fucking sucked the wiener in this time period?
People from
It
the
must
whole
have
town
really
go to watch
fucking
them
sucked
brawl.
wiener that there wasn't any way to reheat your food.
Because it has all been sorted out.
And dude, there
Not
was
long
no
ago,
boneless
the
chicken.
guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had
So you'd have had to have your
What do we have
cold
to discuss
bone-in
next?
chicken.
Yeah, you loved it.
I don't like cold or bones.
Hey, give me those bones.
Whatever,
Don't
chicken
want-
bone.
Don't want no meat. Just give me the bone.
I'm telling you.
I want the marrow.
Something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Fucking finally, dude. Is that the king? Oh my god, it's him. The Rizzler. Just serve him the wine, you stupid bastard.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this band of fools!
I don't want to be associated with the band of fools, I can tell you that much. I gotta tell you, Between the first game and this game, it looks like Sir Hanush lost a lot of weight. That dude was chonked in the first game.
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujitz parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them.
Oh, we're
I've seen
playing
for
as
the
the
first
old
time
man
in my
again.
life.
Finally,
Varied
an
company.
RP I can get behind.
We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah.
I was
came
in
with a
high
retinue.
school when Boom
But for now, they
Boom
keep it
Pow
mostly to
came
themselves.
out.
Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try.
I ain't trying shit.
Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all,
Ding
you
ding
are
ding
one of
ding
the
ding
lords
ding
of
ding
Rabble.
ding ding ding
Oh,
ding
don't
ding.
start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're
What's that
actually
noise
planning.
you just made?
I was playing my hair guitar.
That's pretty impressive.
I know. I've been practicing
Such
for
rare
years.
guests. One wouldn't expect to find among
I can do Through the Fire and the Flames on it
representatives
too.
of your community. I'm
On
going.
expert difficulty.
My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here.
I have a record
And
deal in
yet,
your near future.
How do you know I'm a priest?
it's not difficult to tell.
Okay.
After all,
Time
we
for,
have much in common.
Time for
And we are both a
ding,
little
ding, ding, ding,
on
ding, ding,
unfamiliar
ding,
ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Kuttenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all? Why did
Was
we
that
have
a
to
fucking
come here,
rabbi?
Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzig Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. But we did not get off to a very good start.
I reckon the two of you would hit it off. He's reliable and has his heart in the right place. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own.
Well, that's supposed to be
Took
Henry's
in
brother?
Henry and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzig Kobyla, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Oh, Tristan. So what rank are you in ER now?
What?
You're Plat, you said?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Platinum cheeks, huh?
Yeah, I just been playing normal, so I'm playing Hisu.
Good health
Platinum
to you, sir.
cheeks.
I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with. Henry.
Plat cheeks, for sure.
We don't know each other.
Baron Vauclin Brabant.
You don't
Chevalier
get
d'Arezzo.
smacked up in the face.
The last of my line.
Bro.
I am a warrior,
What's wrong with Plat
a traveler,
cheeks?
a
I'm
strategist,
just asking.
and also...
Are you just
à ma manière,
not into being cheeked
a
up?
poet.
My word.
I'm just
Isn't
asking.
that exhausting?
Mais non. And I'm glad to meet a new
Guess I'm
friend.
not allowed to ask anymore. What the
It's a
fuck's
pleasure
your
to make your
problem,
acquaintance,
dude?
Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off. How did you end up
Whatever.
imprisoned in Malishov?
Ah, c'est une histoire
Whatever,
compliquée.
dude.
It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it narrowly by an
Tristan, how do
unfortunate
you
turn
feel
of
about
events.
juniper berries?
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère.
What do you
It is clear
mean?
you have never been to war.
Like for sniffing, I mean.
You look like a juniper
You're
berry.
quite mistaken.
I
Mr.
really
Baron.
don't.
I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
My last big battle was in Kosovo.
I've heard of this battle. Many great men fell there.
Aye. And it was there I decided it was nothing for me. So I settled down in the presbytery in Ujits.
Then, what are you doing here at a meeting of opponents of the crown?
Ah, the Lord moves in mysterious ways. You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement?
Yes.
I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course!
Tristan.
I was born by the sea.
me.
If you are
This,
interested in my greatest journeys, then I
this nail
have traveled
clipper,
with a
still
merchant
impressive.
caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope?
Hey, that's a
Which
cool
one do
name.
you mean?
I'll take it.
I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court.
Honestly, this guy
There,
is Tristan, straight up.
Everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
Dear friends and allies,
this guy loud
in
as
these
fuck.
troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess. Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Holy shit, this got loud. What the hell is going on here?
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
That was really loud.
That went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
As it happens, I've got nothing better to do anyway.
Excellent. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings?
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
When Sigismund sees that, he'll be off to Hungary all the same, at a gallop.
Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources.
I don't
He's
think
able
that's
to
true.
tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves. But he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
Dude, I
I'll
am
give
so
you
sleepy,
three
big
names.
dog.
Botchek of Kunstadt, Hamann Alder,
Oh, baby.
and Anna of Waldstein.
Yeah, a
If
little.
you can get those three on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome, because it would mean slow but certain defeat for all of us.
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Botchek of Kunststadt. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Anna of Waldstein.
Dude, I saw something really fucking cool earlier, T-Dog.
Widow of that rich miner.
that?
What was
Hold
his
on,
name?
I'll show you. Give me
Wenzel
one moment.
Bartosz.
Once this
And I'm not
conversation's
surprised you
over,
forgot.
I was
I'll
quite
hook you up.
surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of
A male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade, and she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her, and that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
Interesting.
I'll get on it then.
I wish us both...
Drink.
Success to our plans.
Alright, so Tristan, how do you feel about wizards?
Oh, this is pretty cool.
More specifically, a white wizard.
Seems like a nice day for a
White wizard. It's a nice day to start again. You gotta see this shit, bro.
It's like a wizard nice day for
Wizard. Dude, are you a lizard gizzard?
wizard.
He's a lizard gizzard. No. Hey, why is it not letting me do this? Hey. 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 Hey, listen. Hey. Hey, listen. Yeah, whatever. Here. How do you feel about that? And I'll send it in chat too, so that any homies can also. Actually, it might mock me. It might not let me get away with this. Oh, what the hell? This thing ain't even working. Oh, shit.
Virus?
Brother, you cannot actually be serious right now. Alright, well, I'm not allowed to send it in the chat.
Yeah, you're not allowed to send viruses in the chat.
You're such a funny, silly guy, dude. Brother. Alright, whatever, fuck it. Chat doesn't get to see. But it's a wizard. When you put that on, you gain the ability to cast spells, just so you know.
I'd like to check your horses out and see if they're as good as you
Go
say.
on.
Pah, even better.
What did you
But
say?
You won't believe it until you
Go
see for
on.
yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when
Dude,
you
I
do see
sent
them.
it to you. You just won't click it.
Well, well, we have a new guest.
Yeah, I don't want a virus, man.
Dude, just take a peek.
You wanted to apologize for
Good.
crashing into my home without it
The
by
hell
your
is this?
leave. Or to arrest my
That's some
guests some
clothing?
more.
I
For
want to have a
wizards?
word with Older.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
They don't have this, like, on a
I
person.
apologize, Father.
For
They
interrupting
do.
our
I don't know why
conversation,
it's freaking out.
or
Like,
just
there was
for
a
being
ton of
you.
pictures.
Is that your...
Unfortunately.
And all of a sudden it wouldn't
Speak up,
load.
then.
It
What are
worked
you
way
doing
better
here?
on the phone, I'm not gonna lie.
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again.
We gotta
with a
kill
little
this
louder. They
motherfucker.
might
He's
not
too
have
big of
heard
an
you in the outer
asshole.
courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
You're exaggerating, like you've always done.
Me? Exaggerating? You're the one who turned my home into a house of ill repute. Your whores wandering around as if they owned the place.
Oh, aye. Actually, anything fun was strictly banned under your roof. But maybe you ought to try it yourself sometime. Then maybe you wouldn't be such a bitter old grouch.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
You don't want to do that, lad.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson. And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame. As always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher will sort it out, you'll see.
Okay.
For us, we'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Forgive me, Lord, for what I do. Your right side! You've got a gap there I can drive a cart through!
Who taught you that?
Stand firm! Otherwise the first strike will put you on your arse!
Man, this guy's trash.
Look in my eyes!
Not bad for a
at my
priest.
sword! Swing with your whole arm, not just your wrist!
Who taught you that?
What's wrong with your legs?
Fucking hell!
You don't know which end of that thing is
Not
up.
bad for a priest.
Brother.
Arm lower.
I didn't expect to teach this guy this much of a lesson.
Enough! That will do. My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. That you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults
Hereditary mosquito.
Aye.
Brother.
What
kind of name is that? Hey!
I had to, so that...
So
That is
Father
an
will be
Xbox
satisfied.
generated name right there.
Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
Aye. The outcome of this war depends on it.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both pretty small players. After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
All right.
Bug it.
You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Oh, we absolutely fucking beat the shit out of him.
And that's exactly why we must...
Good.
The one with the huge titties.
The one with the huge titties, you say?
Against our common enemy.
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Jobst comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
How can I persuade you?
I need guarantees of security. I don't want to end up like Rutard.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund?
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to blackmail both of us.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
He may be young, but he's got something between his ears. He's got battle experience. And when he gets the estate that's his by right, he'll be well secured for life.
If he gets it. Right now, Hanush lords over Rattay and seems quite happy with that state of affairs. On the other hand, the lords of Leipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
I'll convey your offer to Lord Capon. If he agrees, we can celebrate our alliance.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
I mean, hey, I understand this guy's perspective. I don't even disagree with him, to be honest.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
Young Lord Capon is going to get married.
If he's got some impoverished noble's daughter pregnant, I'll have his hide. I'm not going to support some bastard.
You misunderstood my meaning. I was the one who arranged the betrothal. I mean, with your blessing.
You arranged a marriage for my ward? Just like that? With who?
With the niece of Sir Bocek, Lord of Kunstadt. Her name's Yitka.
Bocek of Kunstadt? The Bocek of Kunstadt? Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
I must sadly decline, sir.
I'll take that personally.
Oh, man. I'm just trying not to get wasted. I'm trying to change my ways, bro.
God be with you.
Sir Bocek.
So Hanush agreed.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my...
Thank you.
Enough formality.
Cheers to the beautiful
Oh, my
lady
God.
Ika.
Here's to a good bargain.
I've got a hankering for her just... Sir Kunzlin, I haven't yet had the pleasure.
You're Godwin, aren't you? I've heard about you from Martin.
Oh dear.
Have no fear. I know Martin well, and I know he's prone to exaggeration. Anything I can do for you?
Will you support Margrave Jobst's plan?
That depends on what it is. If he decides to just wait, then no. I can't take that risk any longer.
Do you think we should look for help somewhere else?
I came here for one reason alone. To hear a plan of attack against Sigismund. If Jobst doesn't lay one out before me, I'll try and find someone more courageous.
I expect you know Lady Anna of Waldstein well.
Why wouldn't I? She's joined at the hip with my daughter Rosa.
I hope she doesn't feel unwelcome here. I've heard she's a bit of a thorn in the side for some of the gents here.
To her own relatives, certainly. But I'll tell you one thing. I knew her husband, Wenzel, and he married her out of love. And I cared for him devotedly till the day he died. And it wasn't a quick death.
So it's not true what they say? That his demise was convenient for her?
Vile slander. People just can't forgive her for coming into a fortune as a young widow.
What do you think of the rabbi's offer? The Kuttenberg Jewish community is large, and their support could change everything.
Or nothing. To be honest, I've no idea what to expect of the rabbi's offer.
He said he was interested in an alliance, though, didn't he?
Aye, but still he must be aware that whatever happens, it won't change the lot of his people.
So you don't trust him?
And isn't it natural? It's not just faith in the walls of their quarter that separates us. They live in our city, but they're more foreign than the Germans or the Hungarians. God be with you.
And what can I get for you?
Oh.
What a load of shit.
You better watch yourself, noble.
Sir, I don't believe I've had the honor.
Nor I, until now. I am Sir Conrad, Lord of Wächter. And you are the heir to the Lord of Rabosh, are you not?
Used to be. My father somewhat disowned me some time ago.
And I used to be the Royal Mint Master, until the king decided to replace me.
Oof.
Are you going to support the Margrave's proposal?
I haven't quite decided yet. It's true that displeasure against the king is noticeably growing in Kuttenberg, but if our rebellion were to come face to face with Sigismund's army, I'd be risking my future, if not my life.
This guy is wasted.
Do you think you might get your position as Mint Master back again?
I doubt it. Half the town hates Vavak, but no one would even think of saying a word against him. And he knows that his security stands and falls with his function, so he clings to it, tooth and nail.
We've got quite a bit in common, wouldn't you say?
More than you think. If my memory doesn't deceive me, you serve as a parish priest. So I recollect, at least, from my recent discussions with Martin.
Served. That's in the past.
Even so. Before King Wenceslas appointed me his mint master, I was a priest. I was even being groomed to become a bishop.
And now look at us. We have cast off our robes and merrily hatched plots against Sigismund.
There's no point in waiting for divine intervention. On the contrary, the current state of affairs demands quite a secular approach.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Eh, well, that was worthless.
I've got some good news.
The bad news is there's hardly any females in this whole... There's some old bat standing there with 2 young girls, but she watches over them like a mother, so at least...
You're going to get married.
Good one. Is she at least pretty?
I don't know. I've never seen her.
You're really... No. Enough now.
To your health.
He kept the straightest Iron Man face. To tell that to him, that is insane. I'm starting to think that Godwin might be a bit of a sociopath.
Everything all right? You look a bit out of sorts.
I can't wait for it to end so we can get out of here.
I reckon you'd have to be pretty brave to come and mingle with the Kuttenberg lords.
Or pretty pissed off.
Or that.
We will leave as soon as we can. Anyway, all of these worthy gentlemen will be relieved when we are out of sight.
Would you tell me something about your community? I haven't found out much so far.
What can I tell you? It was never exactly glorious. And now especially, everyone is quaking that what is still left to us will be taken away.
Surely it won't be that bad.
There are many fools who would rather take out their gall on us and start to fight among themselves. In times of uncertainty, it is always the sons of Israel who are the first to be stricken.
Yeah, man.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your
Whoa, I love her
diplomatic
veil.
support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
What the flip? Dude, I'm a little
How do
jumpy
you know
tonight.
Liechtenstein is behind it?
I know most of the people here very well.
You know, I'm kind of in the mood
Many
for
of
a
them
horror
certainly
movie.
have doubts about the Margrave's plans, but they wouldn't dream of stating them aloud. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein...
How about
on
you,
the
little
contrary,
little
sees
little
his
T-dog?
opportunity.
Little
I'd say
Tito.
you have a better nose for
Yeah, I love the horror movies.
Not only for people,
Well, I mean, we can. I'll
but
be
also
here
for
with you.
good
You can
food
hold my
and
hand.
wine, and beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support...
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Oh my god.
Haman Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz are behind it all. They're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband, and the fact that I'm handling his estates makes their hair stand on end.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow
Justin,
dug
you
up
kind of
some
remind me of the
trade
Once
contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience
What'd
is
you say?
clear. But I'll
Yeah,
rest
I've been
easier when
told
those
that.
papers are in my hands.
Actually?
I'm
Yeah, all
supposed
the
to
time.
rob an ally.
By who?
Haman Alder was given the documents to
don't
deliver
know?
to the council. He
No, I
hasn't
don't.
yet had a chance to look at them. So he won't even notice the difference.
Well, I mean, if you don't know, I'm not gonna tell you.
What?
If you don't know, I'm not gonna tell you.
And the papers I'm supposed to plant
How
on Alder.
bad
Just
could I
insignificant
be?
documents.
I'm just
If the
doing what
incriminating
comes
ones disappeared
naturally.
without a trace, it would arouse suspicion.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
How
Alder will
bad
surely have the
could I
papers in his
be?
saddlebags,
I'm just
which he
growing
left
the
in shed
economy.
on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odorim's groom has eyes everywhere.
Du-du-du-du-dun.
What's that? Hey!
It's nothing,
you,
sir.
What are you doing here? No one's allowed in here.
I'm just leaving anyway.
That won't please Lord Odorin.
A little too easy. I can't sprint. Oh no, I'm hunged over.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
My lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected.
You're welcome.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady?
And to the success of our efforts.
Oh, Jesus.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstadt will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink.
More?
So, if you'll excuse
Oh
me,
boy.
my lords.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings.
Why is
New
he so
alliances
loud?
have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord, but we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes! And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will
That
unite
dude's cup is looking
and
a little
march
weird.
side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
I couldn't even hear you.
So weird, guys.
Yeah.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Dude, is Capon gonna disappear to get out of this wedding? Is he gonna fuck everything up? He seems like the kind of scoundrel that would fuck everything up. For funsies. How bad could I be?
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere. Point them to the Jewish quarter and give them free rein. To do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, All you have to do is make sure the city rabble get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire,
Yeah, that was awesome, baby.
And mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
And drunks! Give them hell! Lazy fools, the lot of them.
How dare you?
Some of you are even swelling right here in the city council meeting. This is unbelievable.
Remove this swillpot from the hall immediately.
I'm telling the truth. This whole council is a farce. The whole city knows it.
Lord of Sargets, your insolence just cost you your place on the council, and a month in the dungeon.
But...
Hopefully that'll be enough for him to sober up. And if not, put him in the pillory for a while, bailiff.
I'll see to it as soon as the council is over, Your Majesty.
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore place the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You...
I'm a lord.
Don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly. We have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
Oh boy.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike.
See, the king's cup is empty.
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Margaret. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are
Magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Rabosch. Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosch will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly! If Rabosch falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have...
I'll be right back, boys. What? I'm not gonna lie to you, but you can. Because you can fall over. Ugh. Well. If it isn't Dirt Dick Von T-Dog.
Suggestions for other candidates?
Not so fast, my friend.
I thought I told you not to call me that.
It's a wondrous tool, but we can't
I
rely
don't give
on
a
it forever.
frick what you told me.
Bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
A victory!
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
To victory! Oh, wait. They said that soldiers were on their way here. This could be not good. Oh, is this the part from the very beginning of the game that we're about to hit here? Oh, sweet Jehoshaphat.
If I could let them die.
You in need of something, my well-oiled friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows. Touching. Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Well, maybe once. The older I get, the worse it is. Give me a few more years and I'll become a professional mourner.
See now. I'll gladly drink to that with you. Only, there's nothing to drink. We've run dry.
Fuck. I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends, and left
Oh,
the
wow, what a
rest of us
scum.
to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
You can bet on it. I've got a nose for booze.
I don't doubt it. Get sniffing quick.
I haven't eaten so well in a long time.
You can drink and stuff your boy.
Finished? Pull up your skirt, and I'll be done.
Forget it.
What the hell's going on in there?
You do it. Like a queen.
Oh, she's sucking his wiener. What the heck? Brother. She did not just say that.
They got by without us so far. They'll be fine. We were much use anyway. You're right. I don't know about you, but I...
To get his old arse into the saddle. For God's sakes.
We're off to a good start. Nobody knows. But that is about to change.
Dude, I'm surprised that you don't fall more in this game when you're drunk. Oh, Jesus. The dude's farting and puking and shit.
You're talking bollocks. Once Yobbs raises an army, he'll sit himself and run back to Hungary. And why would he do that?
Give me the red.
The red'll be good, I hope.
Now there's a piece of horse.
What's fire? We can go out! Don't care! What are those? This one's Bash him on the head! A real night fight! I'll have you! Don't spare him!
Gotcha, bitch. What? Man, Gonwin is much slower than the Henster. Wow, I must have been like this close to winning it the first time. You know, that's something I will tell you about this game that is different from the first one. I have only died like twice in my entire playthrough so far. This game is much easier than the first one. Wait, am I the Henry? I am. I am.
Quick!
This isn't Pebbles.
Go fuck yourself!
Whoa!
Nice strike! Shit! I still keep it up! Take that! Do it! Oh! He's had it!
Too easy? Oh, shit. We ain't letting you get out of here. We will let no one escape. Hold on, am I allowed to drink some pots? Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Or maybe not really. I thought I had a different potion. I thought I had strength pot.
Done here, Horsens. That was a close shave.
A little too close. Fuck me.
Do my eyes deceive me?
Henry!
Godwin!
Oi, it's me,
Damn.
Henry.
I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are.
Dude, I am
some
Henry.
aren't.
They captured Odorin,
Don't start.
Krogstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Kunrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest.
Dude, you know what's
of the
weird?
dogs.
There's a whole
What about
bunch
my
of
father?
holes in like your hands
Hannes?
and
They
feet.
left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but
Is that weird?
not everyone was so
I
lucky.
guess.
It's so they can flex a little.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't
Oh,
stand a
no.
chance against those butchers. May she rest in peace.
She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And the
Wait, is it possible to save her? Ah, okay. Alright, cool.
almost killed
Can't
my
save her.
brother.
But only almost. Good luck.
What do you mean, almost? What happened?
I got there in time to help him, fortunately. Christopher tried to defend our father, but nearly lost his life doing it. Nothing.
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally. The same as Rutard and Botchek.
Well, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I wouldn't give up on the fucker either.
We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know where von Bergau took them.
Where did they go? Back to Rattay?
They've got to raise an army for us. And I hope they fucking hurry.
So we have a plan to counter Sigismund?
More of a promise than a plan.
But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce. We should lay low until Jobst gets back.
I'll gladly play dead for a while.
Be so kind. And don't speak of the dead.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
Markvart bragged about it to Sigismund, and Sigismund promised to make him Lord of Raborsh in return.
When he sees what von Bergau did with it, he'll shit himself.
You find that funny? Do you like watching those foreigner dogs rampaging around and slaughtering innocents? Who else has to die before we do something about it?
Tell us about it. We were neck deep in corpses before you bothered to turn up.
Well, not you.
Fuck you, Jan. I'd trade places with you in a heartbeat. Trust me.
We've lost a lot of allies. We'll have trouble finding new ones. They'll be afraid to even peep against Sigismund.
Well, are you surprised? Look around. Sigismund showed everyone what's coming for all who resist him.
Was Sigismund this bad IRL?
Is there anything we can do?
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey. Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing.
I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too.
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin?
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first. Guard the walls until morning.
Alright. We're gonna end it here tonight, boys. Tristan said we have to. Tristan said he's absolutely tired of us having a good time. Isn't that right, Tristan? Isn't that right, Tristan?
Yeah, it's kind of pissing me off.
I knew it. Oh my god. Alright. Have a nice night, everybody. Remember, I love each and every single one of you, and I hope that you have